Hey guys, it's Protendo, and it feels really weird to say this, but we're just about reaching the end of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's been quite the journey since the game was first announced in March of 2018, one filled with ups and downs, but at this point, the final two characters are essentially right around the corner. And while Nintendo could announce an additional Fighters Pass if they really wanted to, that seems very unlikely considering how dead set Sakurai sounds about these next characters being the final two. This of course means that speculation is at an all-time high. Everyone is trying their best to prove that their most wanted character could be coming up next, or explain why their favorite is the most deserving fighter candidate Smash Bros. Has ever seen. I'm definitely a part of that too, since around 90% of my tweets have something to do with Frisk joining the battle. And speaking of Frisk, that actually leads us into the video topic for today. Because amidst the dozens upon dozens of fighters I'd love to see join Smash Ultimate's roster, there's one group of video game characters that I want in the game more than any other. That of course being the indie characters. Now, hold on, because I already know some people are going to head down into the comments and say, "But Mika, we already got an indie character with Steve." But that isn't the case. While yes, Minecraft started off as an indie title when it was first created, it's now owned by Microsoft and has been for more than 7 years. This officially makes Steve not an indie and instead a regular third-party character. Well, as regular as Steve can be, I guess. Indies are a set of games that, in my mind, deserve a fighter in Smash Ultimate more than any other. But why? Why would I prefer to see Madeline from Celeste more than Crash Bandicoot or Shovel Knight more than Master Chief? Well, let's talk about it. First things first, there's an important distinction to make. Indie games are already represented in Smash. We have Mii costumes, spirits, and even music from indie franchises. And while this is certainly a step in the right direction and something that most Smash fans are satisfied with, what I think is necessary is a full indie fighter, placing them among the ranks of the rest of Smash Ultimate's roster. There's a few reasons as to why I think this should be the case, and primarily, it's the fact that indie games are just as important as AAA titles. Indie games make up a ginormous amount of titles that are available to us as consumers, and can be just as impactful, innovative, and creative as first-party games, often more so. I mean, I already brought it up earlier, but take a look at Minecraft. What started off as an indie passion project was purchased for billions of dollars and has grown into the most popular game in the world, creating thousands of jobs for fans of it in the process and inspiring countless other titles. Or even look at a smaller, yet still massive indie game like Undertale, a title that spawned one of the largest fan bases in gaming and made Toby Fox into one of the most recognizable names in the medium, allowing him to work alongside companies like Game Freak and Nintendo, and even play a casual game of Smash Bros. With its creator. Shovel Knight, Celeste, Shantae, Hollow Knight, Cuphead, Stardew Valley. The list of massive, industry-shaking indie titles is nearly endless. Indie games as a whole have done so much to shape the medium of gaming, especially since every game developer gets their start in that position, from Satoru Iwata to Toby Fox. Reggie said it best at the Game Awards.
In this category, Fresh Indie Game, you can see how games are continuing to evolve as entertainment. I think this is the most important award of the night, because I believe indie developers are the most important creators in this industry. Because every nominee this year, and every year at one time, was an indie developer. In the same sense that everyone was once a kid sketching a superhero in the middle of class, or lying in bed at night thinking of worlds and challenges that no one had ever dreamed of before. For my friend Shigeru Miyamoto, those ideas began around the woods near his house in Kyoto. And for my dear departed friend Satoru Iwata, those ideas led him to invent his first video game on a portable calculator while he was still in high school.
In my eyes, indie games represent two things primarily: creativity and potential. Time and time again, we see indie games try things that no AAA developer could ever imagine. And even when they're not reinventing the wheel, they're adding new twists of formulas that have often grown stale. This level of creativity is something that I find synonymous with gaming as a whole, and I can guarantee that I wouldn't see the industry as being this artful if AAA games were the only thing I touched. The passion and heart put into indie games is more than just admirable, it's inspiring, and it's something that deserves to be fully represented in Smash. Smash Ultimate is the largest crossover to ever occur in entertainment, and is one that we've been told will likely never happen again. It's truly a celebration of gaming as a whole. And if that's the case, we need to see an indie character be recognized as being just as important as all the other fighters, not cast to the side as a Mii costume or spirit, being treated as lesser. There's a major, incredibly important part of the industry that's being cast out of the greatest culmination of gaming in history, and frankly, I think they deserve better. Heck, even Nintendo has been acknowledging the importance of indies this generation by giving them their own directs and presentations. Their impact and importance is undeniable. So sure, Frisk is absolutely my most wanted character and trumps everyone else in my mind, but at the end of the day, I'd be happy to see any indie fighter make it in, even if I'm not their biggest fan, because it represents something much larger than the character or franchise itself. It represents indie games and AAA games rightfully being viewed as equals. But anyways guys, that's about it for this video. As always, I'd love to hear what you think. Does an indie fighter deserve to make it onto Smash Ultimate's roster? Or was I really overselling the importance of this portion of the gaming industry? Whatever your opinion, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all later. Protendo, out.